Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to do something that I've never done before on a stream. We're going to work on a Mac Plus whose CRT is being overdriven. So, the little Mac Plus we're working on right here, and actually let's just get right to it. Let me show you what this thing does. I'm not going to do it for too long because I don't want this to be overdriven very long because it's not really healthy for things. Alright, here we go. We got chime. We got a very loud chime. Who else? Who's in chat? We got Eric Helgeson. We got 1-Bit Fever Dreams. Hello, guys. Oh, actually, it looks pretty good. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So you can see that the brightness does do something, but it's not enough. You can see the raster in there, right? When that's too bright, and we're getting we're starting to boot. Where's my daily? Oh, there's the daily. Okay, and then if we change the thing on the analog board, it doesn't do anything. All right, so I think this is going to be a pretty easy fix. All right, so that's all we're going to show with that. That's done. I don't want to drive that harder than it needs to be. Hey, Thomas Armstrong, is it fixed yet? I think we're going to be close to fixing it already. Okay, so what is this computer? This is a Macintosh Plus that originally was a 128 or 512K. There's the model number. I'm sure somebody out there knows how to decode this thing. I don't. So yeah, normally what you can do is on our analog board. Where's my little analog board dealy? You have this brightness cutoff, and you adjust that, and it does a thing. Well, in this one, it doesn't. Yes. 1-Bit says, too late, phosphorus cooked. Now, hello, Starbuck Tech. Hello, Adam Baranek and Thomas Armstrong. Hello, guys. 1-Bit says the model number means it's a cool Mac Plus. I do love when your Mac Plus is a converted 128 or 512. I just really like that little Apple logo. So what do? Well, I'm not real bright, but I do know how to read things sometimes. And so if we go to this awesome book called The Dead Mac Scrolls, it will tell you things. And so I originally thought, well, if we go to here, the video display is much too bright. Scan lines are visible. The new analog board is out of adjustment. Adjust the variable resistor. Yeah, I just showed you that doesn't work. There's another very similar one where things don't work, and you got to replace this this logic chip dealy, which it could be that, but I don't think so because this would sort of prevent the computer from starting. So I think this is what we're looking at right here. So on page 52, scan lines are visible even when the brightness control is turned down. Other than that, the computer is usable. The problem is on the analog board. Yeah, if you see this brightness, you're pretty sure it's going to be the analog board. So what are we looking at? Resistor 5 on the analog board, and then give you a general location. So that's why the Dead Mac Scrolls is very cool. It tells you things. So where is R5? If we look at the analog board, it's right there by itself on the very back. And the other thing I want to point out is that I don't, so this is a converted, since it's a converted plus, I think it doesn't have a bleed resistor for the anode on the analog board. So this is very dangerous. Don't do this. Everything that I'm doing here, just don't do that. So right here, we got two solder joints right there and there. And let's check our resistance. It's supposed to be a 470K. Yeah, see how I'm leaving things there? Don't do that. Don't do that. Right there and there. We got mega ohms, right? And that's supposed to be 470K. So that's not right. So let's get out the old solder pult and pull that resistor The flyback itself should have a bleeder resistor in it, Thomas? Okay. Well, hopefully that's the case so that I don't electromecute myself. It does look like at some point that someone had reflowed a lot of these joints on this particular analog board. I did notice these guys over here needed to be redone. Since we're only doing two, I'm just gonna use the old school solder pult to do this one. Boop. No need for the moo gun. Okay, so we're going to pull that resistor out of there. Oh. All right. It looks happy. It doesn't look wrong, but let's see. Out of circuit, what's it look like? Yeah, that thing is not a resistor anymore. It's just an open line. Hey, it's DIY. Oh yeah, my arm is a lot better. It's been, what, 3.5 weeks since I burned it. You just miss me using DIY cam. All right, so there's our resistor. This resistor is no longer resisting. These look like the same color stripes, so I think we're doing good here. So yeah, this should be a super quick stream. I'm really hoping this is a quick stream. The other thing we got to do is, so this computer belongs to somebody that I sold a couple computers to last weekend, and he was like, yeah, my Mac Plus is being weird and I need to fix it, and also my hard drive died. And so he has this old, I don't know if you say it Lacy or Lacy, basically it just has a 52 meg quantum drive in there. So I wasted way too much time fixing that, and basically the issue was that it had the bad rubber bumpers. So I fixed those, drive worked again, I was able to back it all up, and so we got to see if we can, I have everything backed up to the Blue SCSI. We got to see if this Blue SCSI is going to boot in here. I already added the diode mod to this logic board, so this should be go. Yeah, should be ready to go. We'll see. Oh, we got more people. Hello, Ian Scott. Hello, Gut Bomb. Lassie. Thomas Armstrong also wants an MFM emulator. I was just talking about this last night with who was I saying I wanted an MFM emulator? Tom Barber. Okay, let's see. Do we have resistance now on those two spots? Still not 470 kiloohms. Is this a crap resistor? Oh no, there it goes. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's just plug it in and see what it does when we power it up. Get a little resistor. All right, let's see. Let's see. Don't let that. Boop. Gonna need our adjustment tool probably. It's gonna be, should be way darker now. There we go. Gut Bomb, that is very helpful. Oh yeah, that's way better. Hey, Mitch Kramer. That is way too bright. There we go. That is pretty darn good. Sweet. All right, there we go. We replaced the resistor, and it's theoretically better. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is this. This should be our blue SCSI with his lacy drive backed up onto it. Right, let's plug in a mouse. I do want to thank Eric Helgeson because I was asking questions about using the blue SCSI in initiator mode to back this thing up. So he was a massive help with that. So as always, you're the best. One Bit Fever Dream says, "Oh, part 2, BBB plays Dark Castle all the way through." No, I am so terrible at Dark Castle. There we go. Yes. All right. There we go. There's his 2 drives. System 604. 1-bit, you're going to appreciate this. The reason I worked so hard to get this thing working is this guy and his brother used this computer with a MIDI interface, and they did all kinds of music. Yeah, that, I think this is, this is for Silver Lining. Yeah, he had Silver Lining installed on this, which I don't anymore. The original drive images had things, but what I've done is basically I just copied his drives over. So now we have full 2 gigabyte partitions, and he also, which is very cool, see this, they use this for a CNC machine as well. They still have a CNC machine that gets run off of an old Apple Macintosh, an old milling machine. So that I want to go down and see his facility because I want to see this thing in action. I tried to play his funky tracks, but apparently you need a disc. Whenever I hit the app, it says please insert the disc. So yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at this. Look at that, 1997, showing all the tools in the machine. That is cool. All right, well, if I get to see his workshop with the machines that they use, he bought 2 machines, so yeah, we'll do that. Okay. All right. Well, as 1-bit says, time to get on with our lives. I'm not gonna hold you up. This is all I wanted to do. All we had to do is replace that resistor, and that thing is good to go. I was prepared in case we needed the other thing. I salvaged that off of a bad analog board, but we didn't need it. This is happy. This is a happy little old Mac Plus that's gonna go and do some work. Hey, Garth Beagle, you just made it. It's time for the end. This was a very easy, super quick stream. There you go. Sorry, folks. How was that? If folks are interested, I don't know. I recorded all of my disassembly of hard drives and stuff like that and trying to repair this thing. I might turn that into an actual edited video. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, have a good one. Check back in on Saturday. We'll do... Oh, shoot. I do have something to show you. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Just a second. Hooray for easy fixes. Hello, Jean-Francois. Speaking of easy fixes, this is not one of them. So this is, I think, a Quadra 840 board. So yeah. You can see there's all manner of bad stuff happening all up in here. So yeah, I think this is going to be our Saturday project, or get started on that. What do you think? Should that be our Saturday stream? Ugh, I'm not looking forward to this one. So I think what I'm going to do is have what's going on down there? A tier of Patreon, where it's like, send me your junk tier. Send me your e-waste and I'll work on it tier. I don't currently have Patreon actually actively set up, but there you go. Ian Scott says, yes, do it on the Saturday stream. You know we like to see you suffer. There you go. From Ian himself. Yeah, cool. All right. Thanks, folks. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Oh, it looks like YouTube decided that I was ending anyway. Well, if you hear this, bye. If not, take it easy. Thanks for watching. And as we always say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you are a Trumper, go freaking F yourself.